we go, please feel free to stick up your hand in the air and we will call on you. But I want to start with the basics. What is the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning? I know they're two terms that are thrown a lot, often confused for one another.
Yeah, no, sorry, I just think that people tend to bring those terms together and without really understanding the basics. And I heard yesterday, I think someone said that when you don't understand something, the best thing to do is to go back to basics. So, you know, artificial intelligence is a science, is a field. It's the umbrella term for every other technique that is being bounded around. Machine learning is one of those techniques. Artificial intelligence is where we try and take a device or a system, and you know, if you think about how would you explain artificial intelligence to a 5-year-old, right? You take a system or a device and you put a mini brain on it, and you try and mimic human behavior, action, perhaps decision using that system or device. And that is what artificial intelligence, at the end of the day, really is. Machine learning is, in my mind at least, one of the techniques that is used in this area. You've got machine learning, you've got deep learning, you've got neural networks, you've got euronics, you've got NLP, you've got lots and lots of techniques on how to apply this artificial intelligence and perhaps do things that humans do, only better, probably quicker and more efficient. So I think the distinction has become a bit blurred, but it's really key to understand that whilst artificial intelligence is a large, wide, umbrella-based term, there are very, very key techniques that are being applied in every walk of life, really.
Rob, do you have anything to add to that?
Totally agree, right? Well, I mean, there's techniques such as ML, and then there's actual capabilities. So if I look at, obviously as Microsoft, we're looking to democratize AI, and so if we look at the capabilities that we've put together, that we deploy through Azure, ML is a capability, right? You can apply ML as a capability to your dark data or to infer relations between data. But there's also other capabilities within our AI services in Azure, such as cognitive services, facial recognition, emotion recognition, text analytics, so as you can do speech to text, vice versa.
Semantics, ontologies.
Video analytics, so as you can now see and understand what you're seeing. So these are our capabilities that, of course, are built through techniques. ML may be one of them, but ML itself can serve you as a capability that you apply to certain problems. But then there's other capabilities that are being democratized today through the cloud that you can directly apply. You don't need to reinvent by building the capability through ML yourselves. So that's the way I see it.
Great, that's really helpful. Is everyone a bit more clear? Great. So
I don't
yes.
know, are they?
I mean, if you think about, again, let's take it down to basics, really. My personal journey this morning was all powered by AI. I mean, you start in the morning, I don't know how many of you have these kind of recent devices, whether it's Alexa or Google Home or the new HomePod from Apple, but if you ask, hey Google, what should I wear today? That is powered by artificial intelligence. So today, fantastic day, very crisp, no rain, you just have to take your gloves and hat on, right?
That's what you did?
Yeah, I did. So we then walked out. My wife took me to the station. She has one of these new hybrid vehicles. It's a Golf. When we stepped in, it was nice and warm. Why was it nice and warm? Because the car knows that at 7:45 we leave, which means that it gets itself warmed up before that. That can only be powered by AI. You walk to the station, you look at the board. The board says that the train will be here at 9 minutes. That's not necessarily AI, but it's definitely powered, when it works, it's definitely powered by technology at the back end. So if you think about it, everything we do, not to mention the playlist, the Apple playlist that I had when I walked When I walked on the train and took my device out, I carry an iPhone, you can carry something else. Those playlists are based on AI, usually based on machine learning more than anything else, because the device is trained to learn what I'm listening to, and it develops its own kind of playlist. I want it to be energized, that's what I got. If I want it to be quiet, probably get another playlist. All of these things, at the end of the day, are powered today by AI. So it's really important to recognize that these days, it's probably powering everything we do.
Nimrod, that's a really excellent example of practical applications instead of these broad concepts we've been talking about.